Hi, beautiful friends. Happy Friday. It is journal writing day, so I have my paper all set up for my journal entry. I have my name at the top because I am the author and illustrator of this story. I want everybody to know that this is my work. I have my space for my illustrations. This is where I'm going to draw my pictures. And I have my lines for my words. This is where I'm going to write my story so that other people can read it. But before I illustrate and write my story, I'm going to say my story. I'm going to tell you what happens. And while I tell my story, I'm going to think about how to illustrate it and how to write it. So let me tell you about what happened yesterday. Yesterday, my friend Megan had a baby. And Megan and I have been friends for such a long time. Even though we're grown-ups now with jobs, we met when we were just little kids in school. So we've had so many years of hanging out. And Megan and I really like to see movies, we like to eat food, we like to hike, we like to travel, we like to talk to each other, and we like to laugh. There's so many things that we like to do when we're together. But when Megan and I were little, we used to live close together. Now Megan lives very far away. And if I want to visit her, I need to go on a bus for 5 hours. That's a long time. And right now, we're not able to do that because we're not supposed to go outside of the house and see people who live outside of our home. So I can't go visit Megan. But what's really great is that Megan can use her phone to send me pictures of her baby. We can talk on the computer and I can write her letters. So yesterday, after Megan had her baby, she sent me a picture of him. And then tomorrow, I'm going to go to the post office and I'm going to mail her a present for her baby and a card that tells her how much I love her and I'm thinking of her. So I'm going to write my story about that today. So first I'm going to work on the setting, but I'm going to have 2 settings today because I'm going to do one setting, which is where I was, and one setting, which is where Megan was, because we were in different places even though we were talking. So I was in my living room. So I'm going to draw the walls and the ceiling of my living room. And Megan was in the hospital because that's where she was having the baby. So I have my walls and my ceiling. Now I'm going to add the details so that you guys know where I was and where Megan was. So the details for me are my couch, my coffee table, and my TV, my chandelier that you guys always see in the Zoom calls, and my mirror. Okay. Those are the details of my setting. That's my living room. You guys know it's not my kitchen because there's no refrigerator, and you know it's not the bathroom because there's no bathtub, but you know that this is the living room because of the details that I added. Now I'm going to draw the hospital. So there's a hospital, a bed where the baby sleeps, and then chair, and then some machines that tell you how everything is doing. Okay. I'm gonna draw a window. Okay, so there's the hospital. There's a bed where the baby sleeps, and then a chair where you can sit and you can look at the baby, and then there's a window. So now I'm going to draw the characters. The characters are me, because I'm the main character of all my stories. And I was sitting on my couch today. Usually I'm sitting on my floor. And then the other character is Megan. And Megan has curly hair. And she was wearing a mask because she's outside of her house. Okay. So there's me and there's Megan. Those are the characters. And there's also the baby. He's a character too. And now I'm going to draw my action, which is that Megan sent me a picture of the baby. And I saw it. And the baby, she had the baby, so there's an action too. So I drew a phone with the picture because Megan, I'm gonna draw a phone, she has a phone too, because she sent me a picture of her baby. So, and then the baby is also part of the action. And then how we feel is that I feel so happy for Megan because I know she really is so excited to have the baby, and Megan is so happy and the baby is happy too. See? Everybody has smiley faces. You can't see Megan smile because she's wearing a mask. Now I'm going to write my words. So I'm going to write, my friend Megan had a baby. She sent me a picture. My friend Megan had a baby. She sent me a picture. Okay. Now, the word my is my. That will be a new sight word, my. Every time we spell my, we're going to write my, so I'm going to put a box around it. My friend, and Megan begins with the letter M. Megan had a baby. She sent me just the letter A, picture. And that's the end. My friend Megan had a baby. She sent me a picture. So now if somebody saw this, they could look at the pictures and they could read the words and they could know my story. That's why I write my journal entries, because I want to share my stories with all of you and you can see them after I draw my picture and I write my words. So please write a story about what you've been up to and send it to me because I want to see your journal entries. Bye.